Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky, and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is kind of walk you all through some of the expectations and guidelines for obtaining an SBA loan in reference to the business plan. So this video is going to focus on how to structure your business plan, how to write your business plan that is going to hopefully increase your opportunities for obtaining an SBA loan or an SBA disaster loan. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So some of the aspects, some of the important topics that we're going to cover in this video is going to be, what are some of the guidelines for the SBA loan or the SBA disaster loan? And where I'm pulling that information from is going to be from this website right here. This is one of the main websites that I've used to figure out what the structure is or what the parameters they're looking for an SBA business plan. And you can find this at the SBA.gov /offices /district /Arizona /Phoenix, and then under the resources section. So this is the main foundation of what I'm looking for, or where I'm compiling my information for a business plan. The next thing we're going to cover is going to be the business plan segments. I'm going to kind of go over, what are the business plan segments that the SBA loan officers are looking for, and then I'm going to walk you through, just a real brief example of how I structure my business plans. I am a professional business plan writer. I've been doing business plans for about 10 years now. I'm a college professor, adjunct, and I've also published numerous books on business plans and financial modeling. So I've got a lot of experience with writing business plans, and more than a few of my plans have been accepted and reviewed for both SBA loans and also SBA disaster loans. So a lot of experience with this. So hopefully this is going to help. And like I said, here's the source information where I'm coming up with the information. All right. So some real general guidelines, real quick. In that document that I just showed you, that web page, the business plan length, they say it really depends. The minimum they're looking for, from what I understand, is they don't want a business plan under 25 pages. If you give them a 25 page or 25 page or less business plan, they're going to be very skeptical about the content and the work put into it. And usually, from again what I understand, is the more money you're looking for, the more detailed of the plan they're going to be looking for as well. So that's why they kind of give you a guideline between 25 to 100 pages. But most business plans, from what I'm seeing, they're about 30 to 50 pages. Realistic view of expectations when you're doing your financials. The SBA, please remember, they are not specific industry experts. They may look at one industry. They may look at 100 different industries in a day. So they're not going to know that maybe the nail salon industry has higher profits as compared to a retail store. So when you're writing your financials, even though your industry may have significant profits, you might want to tone it down a little bit, because it might trigger, skepticism from the reader. So, just keep that in mind. Don't submit a loan proposal. They say that in the document a couple of times. If you've got a business plan that's going to be 10 to 15 to 20 pages, don't bother. They're saying that's more of a loan proposal, an executive summary, and they want more details. Table of contents is an absolute must. From what I've seen, nobody is going to read your business plans from cover to cover, especially the loan, people that are going to approve the loans for the SBA. They're approving, what, 100 or so a day, from what I've understood. So they're going through a lot of different pieces of information. So they're not going to go through it page by page, paragraph by paragraph. What they're going to do is they're going to go to your table of contents, and they're going to go to directly the pieces of information that they're interested in. They're going to go to your executive summary. They're going to go to your marketing strategies. They're going to go to your financial assumptions or your profit and loss statement. They're going to go to specific locations, but if they can't find those locations in your business plan, again, you're going to be dead in the water. They're not going to flip through the whole thing, especially when there's literally thousands of people applying for SBA loans and disaster relief loans. They don't have the time. They need to make it simple. They want to see that you've done the work, and they want to be able to get the information quick. So make sure to put it in the table of contents. A resume. From what my experience is, resume is a must. Put that resume in there. Put it as an appendix. they do say in the guidelines that they want it in the ownership section. And no, I found it's a lot better to put it into the appendix. It helps the business plan flow better. And then if you put a statement in the organization and management section to go to the appendix, then they know where to go, and they're usually good with that. I haven't seen a problem with that yet. Better have a funding request section. If you're asking for money from the government or from SBA, you better tell them how much you're looking for and also how you're going to pay that money back. A lot of companies are going to pay it back from cash flows from the business, but if you don't tell them that, they don't know that. And also, there's some companies out there that are going to pay the loan back from a different business. So they're getting a loan from business A, but they're going to pay the loan back from business B. Well, they want to know that too. So make sure you talk about your funding section and how you're going to pay the money back. Next is going to be your financial section. That's the most important section. They want to know how much money you're going to make. What do you expect to sell? Do you expect to sell more of, product A or more of product B? What are your cost of goods? How much does it cost you to get product B? How much are you going to sell product B for? How many products are you going to sell in a day? All that information, they want to see it. They just don't want to see your income statement and your profit and loss sheet and your balance sheet. They want to know how you got there. And they want to see alignment. They want to see that your weekly sales line up with your monthly sales, and your monthly sales line up with your annual sales, and your year one sales are growing to year two. And if they are not, why not? So make sure you have alignment, and make sure you don't just put your profit and loss statement and your income statement, because you're going to, again, you need to justify it. You need to tell them how you got there, and they are looking for alignment, and that's another guideline that they're looking for. Now, SBA loans, here's the sections that they recommend, and I really strongly emphasize recommend. You don't have to have it in this order, and you don't even have to have these sections so much as that you touch on the information that they want you to touch on in the sections. So what they want you to do is they want a setup of the part one. They call it introduction or the executive summary. And then you're going to have your part two, which is going to be your market analysis. You're going to have your part three, which is going to be your company description. Your part four is going to be your organization and your management. Your part five is going to be your marketing strategies. And an important thing to note here is that the only strategy section they're looking for is the marketing. And there's a reason for that. They want to know that you know how to go out there and make money. They want to know that you know how to advertise best to best reach your target market. So that's really important for the SBA guidelines. Product and services. They want to know what you're selling. Is it a product? Is it a service? And why is it? Why did you choose that? In my personal opinion, I'll take this product and service section right here, and I put it in the company description. Funding request. They want to know how much money you're looking for and how you're going to pay it back. And then again, the financial information, part A. This is how you're going to make your money. The financial section is going to be, how much you expect to sell in a week, in a month, in a year. What are your costs aligned with those daily, weekly, monthly sales projections? All right, so that's going to be your loan sections. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you kind of an example of how I structure my business plans. And like I said, they have been shown to be effective for SBA loans and also SBA disaster loans. But I can't stress this enough. Just because it's been successful for me, it doesn't mean that you're going to guaranteed to get one of these loans. It's just that this structure has worked for me for several years. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and now let me introduce you all to my business plan. And the way that I structure my business plan is I'm always going to start with my title page, and my title page is going to have is usually going to have a logo or simply just the company's name, and then you're also going to want to who wrote the document. For this right here, it's going to be myself, and also put a date right here on your title page. Next one is, like we talked about, is going to be table of contents. For the table of contents, I've got my executive summary, and so let's kind of compare it right here. So this right here, they've got part one is introduction, executive summary. I've got it right here. Market analysis. I don't put my market analysis at part two. I put it down here into the market analysis under my target market. Company description, I put that first. I put that right underneath the executive summary as my company description. And then what we're going to have is going to be your organization and management, part 4. I put that right here under market analysis. Then we've got our marketing strategies. I put my marketing strategies right under the organizational structure. Then the products and services. Well, you know what? I don't think products and services should be talked about in part 6. That's kind of crazy in my opinion. I put that inside my company description section. Then we're going to have our funding request. I put my funding request last, and the reason is I want to tell a story when I write my business plan. I want to talk about my company. I want to talk about my products. I want to talk about my target market and my market analysis. I want to talk about my marketing strategies, and I want to tell them how much money I expect to make before I tell them how much I need in order to make my dream come true right here. So that's why I put my funding request last, is I want to tell the story first before I ask for the money. And then the financial section, I put it right here, but I always break my financial section out into the assumptions, the financial summaries, the profit and loss, the income statement, and the balance sheet. And the reason I break this out is because I want to show them up front what information is going to be provided in my financial section. So it's not just going to be my profit and loss and my income statement and my balance sheet. I'm going to explain to you how I came about all this information. So hopefully hopefully this structure right here is beneficial, and it kind of shows you how I start off my business plan, the different categories and components I'm going to use, and how these align best with an SBA loan section. So with that said, if y'all need a little bit more help with writing a business plan, I do have a book published on Amazon, How to Write a Business Plan in 10 Steps. It's by myself, Paul Borosky, and it's the 4th edition, and you can get it at paperback or on Kindle. And push comes to shove, if you really need some help writing your business plan, I do write on business plans for business professionals. And they are, if you're looking for business plan for venture capitalists or for a SBA loan, SBA disaster loan, I do those, and you can find my company at qualitybusinessplan.com. So hopefully this information was beneficial, and if y'all need some help writing a plan, give me a shout, and if you like the video, give me a like. Thanks a lot.